Welcome to the Full Tracy Monday Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:25 p.m. that is Central Time. Today is April 7th. Well, today we've seen volatility again in markets, and this kind of volatility is unusual. We don't generally see this kind of move outside of the crypto markets. But I think it's important to just look at what's going on in China. The Hang Seng China Enterprises Index, which is the H shares, so those are the mainland companies that are listed in Hong Kong, was down 1,157 points, which is more than 10% today. And that is directly in response to China imposing reciprocal tariffs on the USA. 34% is exactly what the USA had imposed on China. And there was also rumors overnight about the possibility that China would devalue its currency. So that's a rather interesting additional prospect. Then in the morning, President Trump came out and said, well, if China imposes reciprocal tariffs on us, then we're going to put an additional 50% tariff on their goods being imported into the USA. So tit for tat tariffs are certainly something that is putting downward pressure on Chinese assets. Then you have the renminbi, which is weakening towards its lows, and here we have it the other way around with the dollar moving higher against it. So this is a pretty profound change. We've had equilibrium in that relationship for the last several years. But it's important to also look at lots of back history, because there was a time back in 2004 when the renminbi was pegged to the US dollar, and that was well in excess of 8, whereas now it's around 7. And we would have to think that if they do go for a devaluation, well, then they'd be thinking about it in terms of percentages. And a 34% devaluation would probably take it to a weaker position than it was in 2004. So obviously, it does raise important questions. And of course, we also have a lot going on in terms of the narratives that are being spun around the world. There's a lot of people are wondering exactly what it is that the Trump administration want. And we've seen news stories saying that over 50 countries have reached out to the USA to talk about talks. And then the Trump administration is very clearly stating that what they want to have is either equal terms of trade, not necessarily that one